Alrighty folks, it's Monday, I think, February 2nd. God, we lose track of days, my wife and I, because I'm 71 and a half. She's 69. No, she just turns 70, I think. Yes, losing track. But we lose track of days because, you know, we're retired. And, alright, so I gotta have this quiet. She's upstairs, been dealing with the flu, a real nasty, bad flu. So I'm going to keep this volume down. So my favorite mode is mixolydian. So if you're playing an A, that means all the scale blocks of D major. In other words, what? So, all the scale blocks of D major to the A. So, anything you... A mixolydian's all from D major, the scales wise. So you could play over anything the... that kind of thing, or whatever. All the scale blocks of D major, which contains B natural minor mode, A mixolydian, G Lydian. If you went E Dorian, that's all D major. It's just starting for the E Dorian, it's starting with the E note of D major. Starting with the G and going up to G, playing the notes of D major is G Lydian, A mixolydian. My favorite mode is the mixolydian, though I create things in any different mode. So what I do when you want to create, when you learn those scale blocks, you can also use A minor pentatonic over something like that, obviously. You know, now that's one kind of flavor, but it's not as tasteful, and it's good to use it, but the most tasteful to the is the mixolydian. It's that major third. You know, so that's, for me, the most one that touches my soul in a cool way. So to create melodies over them, with something on that idea, you think of Ace Frehley's, they were always tuned down half step. This is standard tuning, but that, what is it called, Jen? You know, that's kind of the mix because of the A, the G, and the D. But you could have, there's thousands of chord progressions or rock ideas you could have that you would use the mixolydian in. You could, there's in mixolydian of A, you have an A, a B, a C sharp, a D, an E, F sharp, and a G. But you wouldn't play the whole scale as a mixolydian. You just kind of lean towards A minor pentatonic and throw in a major third, you know. But when you know all the scale blocks in any key, I can go to the B minor to this. Here's your B minor. But I can play that scale to this. And just go there, but go. And of course you could use a major pentatonic, which is F sharp minor pentatonic, is also a major pentatonic. So all the positions of A major pentatonic. Along with the minor pentatonic. So if you learn these things, take a key and learn all the scale positions in it and understand some of these things, then you can add other things besides the minor pentatonic. You mix major with minor. All that's just me taking the minor third and bringing it up to a major third. Way more tasteful than the minor pentatonic. Now in certain cases you don't want that. You want just the minor pentatonic, and that's the most potent scale for certain applications, you know. So let's see. Now that's just, this is a whole nother key. Because you got that C in there, which you don't have in a mixolydian, you see. And it depends on where else you go. Now that's a different key. That's just, you could use your minor pentatonic. Just straight out A minor pentatonic. So then, and with that, depending on what else is in there, if you just had that with an E, you could use a dorian, which is all the scale blocks of G major. You know, so if you start with the A, so there you go. Variations are other things you can do just other than just your minor pentatonic to add more flavor and make it more interesting. Because if you're just staying with one scale, now only Angus Young can get away with playing almost just, I mean, he does other stuff, but for the most part, just pentatonic, because he's so badass and he just, you know, puts it in the right way, you know. Johnny Winter was good for that too. I mean, yeah, it works. Don't get me wrong. You can use the A minor pentatonic. I'm just saying there's other things that you can do. And if you learn your scale positions take, you know, like I just shared, you know, A mixolydian comes from D major. All the scale blocks of D major, I can go in them and riff, create a phrase immediately to that, anything that's got calls for an A mixolydian. And then, like I said, with something simple with this A, no, I don't have any riffs down, so I'm hacking and screwing up a little bit. But if I took this groove and decided to make a finished product, I know all the places I can go and find what I want. I lost track. I didn't even look at what time I started this. 15 minutes. I'll have to trim it if it went over that. But yeah, I'm just bored, so I'm going to do a few videos.